So what are the best auto loan rates that you can get your hands on here in 2020? That's a great question. Unless you're going to be paying cold hard cash for your next vehicle, again, most people are going to have to finance that purchase. But where can you get the best rates? And when I say the best rates, we're talking about the lowest fees, the lowest interest rates. How do you get those kind of loans? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video, so stay tuned. Hey everyone, it's Mike Adams here with The Simple Dollar, where we believe that personal finance doesn't have to be complicated. If you are new to this channel, make sure to click subscribe and click the bell so that way you get notified on any and all of our future content. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing how to get the best auto loan terms and rates here in 2020. And we actually did do a full-on blog article on this topic on our website, thesimpledollar.com, and we'll put a link to that article below this video. And we really go into a deep dive on all of the different lenders that are available and that have offers available right now that are some of the best in the industry. So we've done a ton of due diligence there, a ton of research to find these banks for you guys. So again, if you want to check those out, you can jump on the website, thesimpledollar.com. The goal of this video is to really just walk you guys through the steps on how to get those best rates. Now, where to get them, again, we'll talk about that in the article, but I want to walk you through the steps on how to do it, right? What is it that you need to do? What steps do you need to take to get the best loan terms available for your next automobile purchase? And honestly, that's one of the most important factors with any kind of a loan. Obviously, there's going to be fees and origination to initiate any kind of a loan, but your long-term cost of borrowing the money to make the purchase, that's going to be decided by your interest rate. So our goal is to get the lowest possible interest rate. You see, the loan interest rate is truly one of the most important factors that you need to consider on whether or not you're going to take out this loan to make the purchase. The interest rate truly is the cost of borrowing the money. This is the amount of interest that you will pay over time on the balance of that loan that's going to go right to the bank. And so our goal when we make a purchase is to make our payments and have as much of that payment as possible, knocking down the principal balance of the loan, thus reducing the amount of interest you pay. If your interest rate is higher, a higher percentage of your payment is going to go straight to interest, which doesn't knock down the loan principal, it just goes straight to the bank in interest. So we want to prevent as much of that going to the bank as possible. So here's a couple of steps that will essentially just kind of walk you through some of the best practices and best ways to get your hands on the best possible interest rates for your next vehicle purchase. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to shop around. And there are so many people that walk into the dealership and they love the vehicle they found, and now they're in the back room at the dealership getting offered some financing and having to make a decision kind of on the spot there. Do you want this vehicle or not? They're really going to try to push you into making a decision. And how do we know that this particular loan's terms are the best for you? We want to walk into the dealership in a position of strength, so that way you are in position to negotiate versus take what the dealership offers you. Because most of the time, the dealership's going to offer you terms that are more favorable for them than they are for you, because they are trying to make money. So when it comes, just like with any other thing that you're going to purchase, you want to look for comparables. Same thing with loans. Based on your credit score, sure, Bank A might offer you an auto loan at, let's say, 7.99%, but at another bank with your exact same credit score, you might be able to get 3.99%, which is obviously quite a bit less. And so you want to shop this around and do what you can to get pre-qualified for a loan before you go to the dealership. Again, if you are pre-qualified, and this is where you speak with a lender and they have the terms you want, and they're able to do what's called a soft pull on your credit. So you're not going to get a ding, you're not going to get a hard inquiry, but they'll do a soft pull so that way they see enough of what they need to see to say, okay, based on what we see here, we could offer you approximately these kind of terms. Here's how much we could lend to you, and at these specific interest rates, and then and inside of this specific term, which is the duration of months that you'll be paying off the loan. So if you can walk into a dealership pre-qualified for a loan, and so you already know, okay, if you buy the vehicle, you already know what it's going to cost you, that puts you in a position of strength and also in a much better negotiating position with the dealer. The second thing is to know your credit score. You know, again, the bottom line is you do not want to walk into the car dealership blind. You know, if you don't know exactly where your credit is, you don't know if it's, fair or good or excellent or if it's bad, you definitely want to know that. But the bottom line is, if you end up getting financing from the dealership, they are going to obviously run your credit and you will be at the mercy of whatever they offer you. When you can walk into the dealership knowing that you have a 750 credit score and knowing that you qualify and possibly are even pre-qualified for another loan with another lender, again, it gives you the opportunity to negotiate. Again, the dealer may be able to make you a very nice offer as far as financing that may be better than the one that you got pre-qualified for. That's definitely a possibility. But if you don't have a pre-qualified offer and you don't really know where you're at credit-wise, chances are they're just going to offer you what they offer you, and most people are just going to sign on the line and as long as they can afford the payment and roll out of there with the new vehicle, but potentially on the back end end up paying more money than they needed to in interest to the bank. So you definitely want to know your credit score before you walk into the dealership. The next thing you'll want to consider, if you can afford to do it, would be to get a loan with a shorter, duration. And what this does, with a shorter duration, that means you're looking to pay off the vehicle in, let's say, 3 years, instead of the typical 5 to 6 year loans that most people are taking on. One of the drawbacks of this is that you will have a larger monthly payment every month with a shorter term on your loan. But the benefit of that is that you will pay less total interest over the life of the loan versus getting a smaller monthly payment and having, let's say, a 6-year loan instead of a 3-year loan. Over the course of those 6 years, because the bank is taking more risk by giving you more time to pay off this loan, you will end up paying more interest over time in that particular loan. So if you can afford to pay off your loan in a shorter term, that is always going to be better for you, resulting in you saving a ton of money in interest that would normally just go to the bank. The next thing would be to ask for any interest rate discounts. Again, either from your lender, if you got pre-qualified and you're going to go with an outside lender, or if you're going to get financing from the dealership, see if they have any interest rate discounts. Sometimes lenders will, let's say if you're going to use the lender's financing source and you'll set up, let's say, monthly auto drafts from your bank account to make your payments, many times they may give you a discounted interest rate of 0.25% off of your interest rate or something like that. And the bottom line is any savings when it comes to interest is a savings, and that is less money that's going to be going to the bank. So if you can negotiate any interest rate offers, you definitely want to do so before you walk out of the dealership. And one more final thing to consider would be to look at any 0% interest offers or promo offers that the dealership may have available. Now, many times the dealership will be promoting or advertising if they have any type of 0% offer or 0% financing out there. And for some folks, they're hearing 0%, they're like, Mike, that's crazy. I've never had a loan that's been at 0%. It's not possible. The bottom line, though, is that it is possible. Now, do you need to have some pretty solid credit to qualify for 0% interest on a vehicle loan? Well, yes. In short, yes. Okay, you do need to have good credit to qualify for those premium terms. But just know that those kind of terms are available for the right borrower. So if you have checked your credit score and you're like, hey, I'm at 760, I have excellent credit, let's make sure to ask these lenders if you can get a 0% interest offer on your loan. One of the only drawbacks to taking a 0% offer is that, let's say there's multiple offers going on, maybe there's some type of cashback rebate, which you see a lot of times with new vehicles, and you may have to pick, you want the 0% rate or do you want this cashback? So if that's the case and you're faced with that type of a decision, you would just have to run the numbers to see which one in the end is going to save you more money. Getting the cashback offer or getting the 0% interest offer. So you would just have to run the numbers on that to see if, a cashback rebate is worth more to you or the savings of interest over the life of the loan. If they're going to give you a rebate of $1,500, but that means you have to take, let's say, 3.99% on your loan, again, you would just have to run those numbers and take a look at it, which one is the better value to you, and go in that direction. So there you go, guys. That's 6 big tips on how you can get the best auto loan interest rate for your next vehicle purchase. And I encourage you guys to check out the article that we have over on thesimpledollar.com. We really do a deep dive on several different banks and lenders that you could work with to get the best possible terms. There's a couple different categories that we have on there, and we rank these different lending and financial institutions, who's giving out the best rates right now. So again, we've done a ton of research there, so take advantage of the research that we have done. Check out that article on thesimpledollar.com for more information. But hopefully you guys found value in this training and in this discussion. I really have a passion for helping people save money and interest that needlessly just goes right to the bank. And so if this video helped you, make sure to give this video a like and give it a comment below. And as well, subscribe to this YouTube channel. We are going to be creating a ton of content to help you with your personal finance and help you master your money. So click subscribe and click the bell, and that way you're notified on any and all of our future content and videos. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you in the next training.